Bro, I will tell you something. This is not a fictional story. This actually happened with a person I know, and he is a very normal guy who does not make up things. This incident is from 2019 when he was working night shifts in an old private hospital outside the town. The building was quite old, and there was one thing everyone knew but nobody talked about directly. There was a room on the third floor, room 307, which had been closed for many months, and people used to say that you should never go there after midnight. But my friend did not believe in these things, and he thought it was just fear created by others. So one night around 2:15 a.m., when the entire hospital was completely silent and only faint machine sounds were coming, the ward phone suddenly rang, and when he picked it up casually, his eyes stopped on the display because it showed 307. Now think about it, a call coming from a room which is supposed to be empty and locked. Still, he answered and said hello. But there was no voice from the other side, only the sound of slow breathing like someone was struggling to breathe. He asked again, "Who is there?" But no answer came, and after a few seconds the call disconnected. Now, this is where things started to feel strange. He immediately checked the register, and it clearly showed that room 307 was vacant. No patient had been there for months. But instead of ignoring it, he decided to go and check himself and slowly walk towards the third floor. And he told me that the moment he reached there, the atmosphere felt different, colder than usual, and the corridor lights were flickering slightly. When he reached near room 307, he noticed that the door was slightly open, even though it should have been locked. At that moment, he should have gone back, but he did not, and he pushed the door and entered inside. At first, everything looked normal. The bed was clean. The equipment was covered. Nothing looked unusual, but as soon as he moved closer to the bed, he noticed that the bedsheet looked slightly pressed, as if someone had just been lying there. His heartbeat started increasing, but he tried to stay calm. And then suddenly the monitor beside the bed turned on by itself, and a continuous flatline sound filled the room. When he looked at the screen, it showed patient ID 307, status deceased, time 2:15 a.m., which was exactly the same time when the phone had rang downstairs. His hand started shaking, and before he could understand anything, the door behind him slammed shut loudly. He quickly turned back and saw that the door handle was slowly moving on its own, as if someone was trying to open it from the outside. But then it suddenly stopped and everything became completely silent. And then from behind him, he heard a voice very close to his ear, so close as if someone was standing right behind him. And it said in a very weak tone, "Why did you come so late?" After that, he does not remember anything. The next morning, he was found unconscious in the corridor outside room 307. And the most disturbing part was when they checked the CCTV footage. They saw that when he entered the room, he was not alone. Something else had entered with him. But it was not visible clearly, and it did not look like a human. And after that incident, he left the job, and even today, sometimes at exactly 2:15 a.m., he gets unknown calls on his phone where nobody speaks and only the sound of breathing can be heard.